Hello everybody, we're going to play Hercules today. Let's go ahead and get started on Hercules. Okay. Okay, that's going to be a 6. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to lay the point, one black unit on the lay, and then you're going to go ahead and put level 1, which is going to be a green unit on each of the numbers besides the point. Okay, here we go. There's a 4. Okay, we're going to take that and we're going to press the 8. Okay, we're going to throw a 7. We're going to get back 3 green and 1 red. Whoops, what am I doing? These are gone. All of these are going to the house. Okay, so shooter 1 was unsuccessful. So that was your first opportunity on Jimmy's Way unit size management system. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try Hercules again. This is still going to stay on level 1, but this is our second chance. We're going to get 3 chances. 3 chances for each level. Okay, 10. Now because we're on level 1, when you have a 4 or a 10, you have to go 2 black on no 10. 2 black on no 10, all right? These guys are still going to be 1. Okay, here we go. Okay, that would be a hard 6. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to press every single time you hit. So you want to press, I recommend always pressing your 6 and 8 first. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was an 11. There's a 5. Okay, I would go ahead and press your 8. And what you're going to do now is you're going to remove your 5. Okay, because now you hit the 4, right? I think you hit, yeah, you hit the 4 and you hit the 5. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to pull slowly them down. Okay, so what we'll do, actually, we'll stay up on our 5 right now. The reason why we want to stay up on the 5 is that our goal is to hit the press numbers. When you hit a couple hits and then you hit a press number, I recommend that you just reset it and go again, all right? So you're going to have to manage it on your own, obviously intelligently. You know? That's what's going to make the difference. That's what's going to make the difference of you having success. So for example, we had already hit the 4. You don't want to just pull your 4 right away because you just hit it again. So you want to give yourself a chance. The system is designed for you to get enough off of the shooter, and then when you feel like, you know, you have to remember, you can't just stay up there forever. We all know that when you're playing, you're going to get a lot of 7s. And it just seems that 7-out ratio is becoming worse and worse at these facilities. So you do want to be cautious, okay? So we're going to stay up again until we hit one of these press numbers. What's up, Sweet Pea? All right, now we're going to get picked off there on our 10. And that's another problem too. The longer we stay up, we're at risk, okay? So it is what it is. All right, now here's the rule. When you get picked off, you no longer can replace your hedge on a specific shooter. You cannot do it. So you have to wait until the next time, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and we can be off or we can be on. So I'm going to go ahead and go on. I'm going to work. Okay, it's going to be a 5. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm going to press my, I'm going to put it on my 10. Okay, I'm going to put it on my 10 because I didn't have a 10 I had a lay there, remember? So now we actually are buying the 10. All right, now we only have gotten 35, or we only got that one last hit back from the no 10, which we had 2 black units on. So we're not doing very well, but we'll be okay if we can hit some press numbers and get a long roll. All right, so we hit a 9. That is going to allow us to press because we want to keep pressing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and press our 4. Okay, here we go. There's the 7. Okay, so now that that shooter's finished, we're going to go back to our lay. Okay, now we have had 2 chances now on the first level, and we have failed. So we have to go to the 3rd and final chance. Okay, this is the Hercules system. Okay, that's a 7 on the come out. Another 5-2. And there's a 5. Okay. All right, so we're going to lay the 5. Now we're still on level 1. 3rd chance. Okay, so we're going to go no 5. And then these all will stay on the same. So the system is the Jimmy's Way system, the unit size system, is designed to help you maximize your success. And it's avoiding you going up and up and up when you're failing. You would get down too much. Okay, there's a 9. And we're not interested in taking any kind of profit right now. We want to put our profit out there. We do not want to take any profit right now. Another 5, so that is bad, and you're going to get picked off again. Okay, so you've lost both of your lays on this system immediately. All right, now for those of you guys that are watching, there's really no difference between, like when you do the manual lay, like we're doing, this is called the manual lay. A manual lay is when you hit a point and then you put the lay on after the point is established, okay? That is a manual lay versus a don't pass. The only reason why we're not doing the don't pass is because we get picked off on the beginning on the 7s and the 11s. So we don't want to really use the don't pass. It makes it even more challenging, okay? Sweepy, no, not there. Come on. Come here, baby. Come here. So we don't want to do that. We just don't want to do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and work to come out right now. And like I said, we're not doing very well, but it can change, okay? Okay, we hit a 10. We were working to come out. All right, so we're going to get 2 green back from the 1 black that we just lost. And what we're going to do is we're going to put both of that on the 5, and our point now becomes a 10. So remember, we cannot replace the lay when it gets picked off. Only per shooter, So every time that this shooter throws the 7, then we can redo the lay on the new point. Okay, there's an 8. Okay, remember, we're not interested in taking any profit until we've accomplished a good shooter. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's a 6. All right, so that is our first time on the session that we hit a press number. So we're going to get 3 green. We'll give them 1 red. Okay, now we have to make a decision. All right, because remember, we're on the 3rd chance of level 1. So we know that these 2 green right here were from a hit of profit. They came from the 4, or I'm sorry, they came from the 10 on the come out. So those 2 green are profit. These 3 green are profit because we just hit the 6. This is profit from a hit, and this is profit from a hit. Those were all pressed. This is all of our original. But remember, we lost 1 black unit on the no 5. Okay, so here is our one black unit on the no 5. We're going to get that back. Okay? And now we have almost another black unit right here, and we're going to rack that. Okay? So now we ask ourselves, are we up or down? Let me get a black unit here for these 4 green. Let me get another black unit for these 4 green. And let me get one more black unit for these 4 green. And that way I got all of my black in my rack back, okay? All right, so here's the reality right now of how we're doing. We are down. So we're going to tell ourselves we're going to stay exactly where we are. We're on level 1, third chance, okay? Here we go. 8. Pressing our 6. 9. Okay, we're going to press our 8. 8 again. Okay, that's 3 green for 1 red. All right, we're going to put that whole thing on the 5. 8. Okay, that's 3 green for 1 red. Okay, that was the money shot for us, okay? That was the money shot for us. So here's why, okay? This was pure profit right here. This is pure profit right here, okay? This is pure profit, and this is pure profit. We need to take that because we are down, okay? So we are down. Now we're getting close to being even. So because we're still down, we're still on level 1, third chance. Okay, there's an 8. 3 for 1 red. We're going to take that. We're going to press our 4, and we're going to put 2 green on the 5. Okay, we hit the 4. Okay, that is 1 black unit for that 4, okay? Now, this is pure profit. This is pure profit here. Well, actually, let's leave 1. This is profit. This is pure profit, okay? So we don't even have to leave any. We can actually take that and rack this up. Okay, so now we ask ourselves where we at. Well, guess what? We're no longer down. So now we're going back. We're still on the same level, but we're going all the way back to the first opportunity now. Okay, here we go. 7. All right, so we're going to lose this. All right, so now we will have our lay again that shooter has finished. Okay, the 6 is the point. We're going to lay the 6. We're on level 1, so that's only 1 black unit. Here we go. 11. 6. So we're going to get picked off again. So we have been picked off every single time. And now you guys are really starting to understand why I tell you, do not play the don't pass. It's one of the worst bets that you can do in the game of craps. I know a lot of you guys think that it's not, but you're wrong. It definitely is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and work this come out. Now we no longer have our lay. We're going to hit a 5. Okay, so point will be a 5. And what we're going to do, we're going to add our 6. Okay, here we go. We hit a 10. We're going to get 2 green. And what are we going to do? We're going to press our 6 and our 8. We hit our 6. Okay, So now we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to press our 4, our 10, and our 9. Okay? 11. 8. Okay. Now here's where we're going to get back our lay. Remember how we lost our 5 lay? So we hit the 8. That's going to give us 3 green. We're going to give them 1 red. Okay, now watch. This is profit. This is profit. This is profit. This is profit. And this is profit. Okay, so we're going to have 1 black unit we now have back. So we no longer have lost our lay. Okay, that's number 1. And now from the shooter, you have 1 black unit of profit right now. And we're going to rack that. And we're going to now go back to level 1, which we're still on. But we're going back to opportunity number 1 again. Okay, there's an 11. And there's a 9. We're going to press our 6. A 2. Sweet Pea, are you tired, buddy? Huh? All right, we're going to hit our 5, which is the point. And we're going to get this. And we're going to go ahead and press our 8. All right? Now, it's up to you whether you want to work or you don't. You don't have to here. You don't have to. So we're going to go ahead and work, but you don't have to. That's up to you. It's not going to change whether it's going to be a 7 or not. You know, I know it seems that the 7 always comes on the come out. But, you know, it's up to you. All right, so we were working, so we're going to get credit for that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to press our 4. Okay, here we go. And we're going to hit a hard 8. All right, now that's the money shot right there. Because like I said, you don't want to get too greedy. And your goal is to always maintain your unit rack and which option you're on level 1 or level 2 or level 3. But how many, you know, what chance you're on. So we're still on chance number 1, which is very, very important. Because the more opportunities you get for each level, the better. Okay? But only your rack determines where you're at. You can't be down and say, oh, I'm gonna be on level 1 first opportunity. You can't do that. If you're down, you have to take those leaps. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 green for the 8. We'll give them 1 red. And now, here's the deal. All of this is coming down because all of that was pure profit, okay? This was pure profit. This was pure profit. And we'll go ahead and come off of our 10. And we'll go ahead and come off of our 9 and our 5. Okay, so we have 2 black and a half. We almost have, I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull everything and lock up all of this profit and re-rack and see where we are now. And now we're in a situation, guys, where we technically could cash out, okay? Because we're up about 300. We're up about 3 black units and 2 green units. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But we're not even counting this in our rack right now. So we're going to go ahead and just roll this out. We might be able to build this up just from those 2. Okay, there's an 8. So that's a good start. All right, so we'll go ahead and add our 4. A 9, we don't have that. Okay, we're gonna work. We got nothing to lose. And there's an 8. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and put this on the 10. Okay, so the 8 will be the point. And there's a 9. We don't have a 9. There's a 4. Perfect. 3, 1, 4. Okay, so let's give them 4 green for a black. And now they got to give us 2 green and 4 red, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that and we're gonna put, we're gonna press our 6 and 8 together, and then we'll put the 10 back on, we'll put the 10 on the 10, okay? All right, here we go. We hit the 10. We hit the 5, 5, 10. Okay. All right. So now that's going to give us 2 green and 8 red. Okay. All right. Now check this out. All right. So this is all profit. Now remember, we only had a green and a red on the 6 and the 8. That was it. So watch this. This comes down. This is all pure profit. That's pure profit. That's pure profit. And all of this is pure profit. So we're going to rack that, all this. Okay. And the question is do we want to quit, or do we want to go ahead and see if we can do it again? Why not see if we can do it again? Because no matter what, we're cashing out profit no matter what happens. Okay. So we might as well give it another try. Okay, there it is. There's a 7. And that's going to complete your session. Okay, so the thing about, for those of you that end up coming across my channel versus all these other type of channels, is I don't think that there's anybody out there that manages the game better than me. I think that is my, my biggest thing that's difference between someone like me and everybody else, okay? So you're going to have 2, let me see something. This actually might be even more. Okay, so there's 1. Okay, so you got 2 black. This is 2 black. 3 black. 4 black. 5 black. And we'll give that to the dealers, all right? Nothing wrong with 5 black. That's Hercules. Now keep in mind, we accomplished that, what you just saw, and you got to see about 3 lays. So that means that we played 3 shooters. Okay, so you got to see 3 shooters. And out of those 3 shooters, every one of the shooters lost the lay. We even had a loss of 2 black on the no 10. So we had 2 black that we lost on the no 10. We had 1 black that we lost on the no 5, and we had another black that we lost on the no 8. So altogether, we lost 4 black units on the hedging. So hedging sometimes in this game actually will become a landmine, and that's what happened today. Now, there are some times that the hedge is going to reimburse you a little bit. As a matter of fact, I think we got reimbursed 1 time, but I think it was only like worth, I think it was 3 green units that we got saved. So out of that 4 negative hedge, 4 black units that we lost, we really lost 3 black units and 1 green unit on the hedging today. But after losing that, we still managed to get 5 black units in profit. Think about that. That's pretty impressive, okay? That's a pretty impressive outcome for Hercules. All right? Now, if you experience a lot of 7s, you're probably going to have a bad day. If the table, any time that you have the table throwing unusual 7-out ratios, and that's what's been happening at my local casino lately. I mean, it's actually getting to the point where it's becoming almost suspicious, because it's not like you have a bad day, or you have a couple bad days, or you have a bad month. What I'm seeing at the casino is it forces me to do a lot of lays on the 4s and 10s, because the 7-out ratio is becoming like 23%. That's really bad. And it's not over a month. It's probably averaging 23% over a year. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you that there's something in the engineering of the way they manufacture the dice. It's a combination of either something that's going on with the dice that it could be the sharpness that they have it could be the way that the edges are cut. I really don't know. I would love to get my hands on those dice. I would love to get my hands on those dice because if I was allowed to have those dice, then I could go ahead and roll it out and see the difference on the data for a long-term data search, okay? Now, I do also know, of course, too, that there's certain things on the way that the table is made, on the materials that they use for the bouncing, but I don't necessarily think that is going to change the outcome because even though that the dice bounces around, it still doesn't mean that it's going to land on a 7. You know, I don't know, but it seems that there is an advantage of about, I would say, 10% from the casino dice. It seems like they have about a 10% advantage to get more 7 outs than the statistics of the game is supposed to average out. I'm telling it like it is. I know that it's a fact. It's not me having like a bad session or something like that. This is experience from analyzing the data over a year with the local casino. You know, now I haven't been able to go and analyze it at different locations and things like that because I don't get to travel that much, and to stay when I do travel, it's not like I'm staying at that place for a year, you know. But I can only speak from my local casino, but their 7-out ratio is higher than the statistics of the game, and that's over a year of data. Okay, all right. So now today we would have to analyze our 7-out ratio, but where we really got hurt today was the hedges. The hedge was horrible for us today. Now, that's one of the things that I always preach to you guys about avoiding playing a don't pass. I don't like the don't pass. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible decision to do this on a daily basis. Sure, you're going to have some times that your don't pass catches fire. You're going to have some days where you could go do just the don't pass and you might have and earn a killing that day. So I'm not saying that it can't be successful. I'm saying that in the long run of you doing it every day, if you were trying to do this, let's say for a living, you're going to fail because you're always going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're going to have good days, bad days, good days, bad days. So you're never going to have consistency. And another thing that this does on this don't pass is it makes your playing very unpleasant. It changes the entire structure of your strategy, as you've seen today. You know, if everybody that was watching this today, this was a perfect example of a bad day for a don't pass. You hit your point every single time. Every single time you hit your point. It would have been better for us to do the pass. But the only reason why we're doing these no hedge and the don't, that people do it, is because they want to have some type of hedge. But I always tell you, when you do the don't pass or you do the lay, you're really not getting a hedge long term. You're getting a landmine. And it's never going to change. It's never going to change. So all we're hoping for now, the scary thing about it is that you're putting that layout immediately after the point is established. So you've got all these long rolls that you're trying to get all of these hits. You don't think that you're going to eventually throw that number that lays on? Of course you are. You're just going to have to, the only benefit of the lay is if you get that quick 7. Okay, that you're still going to lose some units here if you get the quick 7, but you just, the hedge does protect you a certain amount. If you get the quick 7, that's really the only purpose of that lay, is if you throw the quick 7. If you get the quick 7, it's bad. I mean, you know, it helps you. All right? Okay, guys, give me a like. Tell me what you think about Hercules. You know, that's about it, guys. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for all of the new bronze and silver and gold. Guys, make sure if you are a member, I have asked you guys many times, if you're listening to this, a lot of my members too are from the Baccarat side, so I have to always say it when I make Baccarat videos as well, because a lot of those Baccarat supporters of the channel, they don't watch the craps. Some do, some don't. And then it's vice versa. You know, some of the craps guys don't watch the Baccarat. So it's you know, some of you guys watch both. So, but if you are a member, which I appreciate, make sure that you go to jimmymastery.com and send me your full name and your address, because you do get gifts. Now, if you're a bronze member, you don't send me anything. You just get to watch the casino videos that I do for the members. But the gifts go to the silver and the gold. Okay, so you guys do get gifts. I just showed you in the last video what your gifts are. You get new gifts every 2 to 3 months, depending whether you're silver or gold. Okay, thanks, guys, but I need your address to mail it to you. All right, thank you, guys. Hit that like button before you go.